Your throat tightens before the words come out. Your eyes burn even though you're trying to stay firm. You look away so no one sees it happen. You tell yourself you're overreacting. You tell yourself to calm down. You tell yourself, this shouldn't make me cry. But it does. And the worst part isn't the tears. It's the embarrassment that follows. The way your anger suddenly feels weak instead of justified. You wanted to be taken seriously. You wanted to be heard. Instead, your voice cracks, and now you feel exposed. This doesn't happen when you're sad. It happens when you're angry. When you need your words to land. You're not weak. You're overwhelmed. And you're not crying because you're too sensitive. You're crying because, in that moment, words stop working. This video is about why anger turns into tears when you feel unheard, and what that reaction is actually trying to do for you. When you feel dismissed, your body reacts before your mind can catch up. You're trying to express something important, a boundary, a hurt, a limit, but the message doesn't land, so your system shifts gears. There's one simple idea that helps explain this: emotional overflow. That's when too many feelings stack up at once and your system runs out of room to hold them. Anger needs space to move outward. It needs words, tone, presence. But when you've learned, over time, that speaking up doesn't change anything, anger gets trapped inside. And trapped energy looks for another exit. That exit is often tears. Not because you're sad, but because your body is releasing pressure the only way it knows how. Your nervous system isn't choosing this. It's responding automatically. It's saying, I can't push forward, so I'm letting go. Over time, this pattern takes quiet things from you. You lose confidence in your voice. Even when you're right, you hesitate. You start editing yourself before you speak. You lose emotional momentum. Every time you cry mid-anger, the conversation shifts away from your point. Now you're managing reactions instead of being understood. You lose trust in your own emotions. You start wondering if anger is dangerous, if expressing it will only backfire. So you hold it longer next time. You stay quiet. You swallow the reaction until it builds again. And the cost shows up in small ways. Feeling tired after conversations that shouldn't drain you, replaying arguments in your head, wishing you'd said it differently. The fear underneath it all is simple. If I express this fully, I'll be ignored, or it will make things worse. You're explaining something important at work. Your idea gets brushed aside. You smile, nod, and say it's fine. Later, alone, the tears come. Not from sadness, but from being invisible. You're arguing with someone you care about. You try to stay calm. You try to explain. They interrupt or minimize it. Your chest tightens. Your eyes fill. Now you're apologizing instead of being heard. You set a boundary you've rehearsed. Your voice shakes halfway through. You rush the sentence. You soften it so much it barely counts. Afterward, you feel foolish for even trying. You replay a moment from earlier in the day. Something unfair. Something disrespectful. You imagine what you should have said. The anger feels clear there, safe, alone. You tell yourself next time will be different. But when next time comes, your body remembers first. These aren't flaws. They're learned responses, ways you adapted to environments where pushing back didn't feel safe. This isn't about stopping the tears. It's about changing what happens before them. Here's a gentle 3-step shift. First, notice. When your throat tightens, don't fight it. Just name it quietly. I'm getting overwhelmed. No judgment, no fixing. Second, interrupt. Pause the conversation for one breath. Put your feet on the floor. Lower the urgency by a fraction. Third, replace. Use a smaller, safer sentence, not a speech. Just something honest like, I need a moment to finish this, or this matters to me. You're not trying to win. You're creating enough space for your anger to stay words. And that takes practice. The goal isn't to never cry. It's to trust that your voice can exist without disappearing. Anger doesn't mean you're out of control. Sometimes it just means you've been quiet for too long. If this helped you feel understood, consider subscribing or sharing it with someone who might need to hear it too.